Michael led others to block Teabag, but suddenly the sound of police sirens came from outside. Sucre found a woman lying in the room. Teabag took the opportunity to escape through the back door. The doorknob of the room had been removed in advance. They could only jointly smash the door open. But as soon as the door opened, Bellick was shot by Teabag with a gun. Michael and the other hurried to chase. Teabag, who was fleeing in panic, was knocked over by a car. Michael finally caught Teabag, and Bellick was arrested by the Panamanian police. Michael stole a car and tried to take Teabag to the police station, but Teabag suddenly attacked Sucre with a screwdriver. Michael hurriedly turned the steering wheel but drove into the woods by the roadside. Teabag took the opportunity to take the $5 million and ran into the woods. Michael left Sucre in the care of passers-by and chased into the woods himself. Soon Michael cornered Teabag in a wooden cabin. He slowly closed the door, then smashed a wine bottle, making a gesture to fight Teabag to the death. The two engaged in a fierce battle, but Teabag, who only had one hand, was no match for Michael. Teabag believed Michael wouldn't kill him, but Michael immediately raised the knife in his hand. When the police arrived, they found Teabag nailed to the floor. Michael carried the $5 million back to the boat, but received a call from Mahone. It turned out that Lincoln had been arrested by him. He asked Michael to exchange Lincoln with $5 million and the boat, but after Michael arrived at the transaction site, Mahone called the police to report that Michael and the other had committed murder. Lincoln was quietly loosening the bolt that handcuffed his hands, and Kim arrived at the warehouse with his men. A fierce gun battle broke out in the warehouse. Michael and Lincoln took the opportunity to escape, and carried the $5 million to the newly bought boat. At this time, Sarah came out of the boat. It turned out that the unjust case of Michael and the other had been cleared up. Before the group could rejoice for long, Kim found them again. Lincoln thought he wanted money and threw the $5 million to him, but Kim kicked the package into the sea. In an emergency, Sarah, who came out of the cabin, killed him. The sound of police sirens suddenly rang out around them. The three hurriedly fled in different directions. Lincoln avoided capture at the dock, but Michael, who was with Sarah, was blocked in a wooden cabin by the police. Seeing more and more police outside, Michael knew the two couldn't escape. He took the gun from Sarah's hand and falsely said he would go out to surrender. But when he went out, he pretended to hold Sarah hostage. The Panamanian police, who couldn't understand the language Sarah was speaking, directly arrested Michael. In the end, Michael was imprisoned in the Sona prison in Panama.